Lift him up, February 10. His by creation and redemption. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Let us take in the idea of the privilege we have. There are so many who, when they are in trouble, fall into temptation and lose their bearings. They forget the invitations God has abundantly given, and begin to look and plan for human help. They go to human beings for aid, and this is the way in which their experience becomes feeble and confused. In all our trials, we are directed to seek the Lord most earnestly, remembering that we are His property, His children by adoption. No human being can understand our necessities as Christ. We shall receive help if we ask Him in faith. We are His by creation. We are His by redemption. By the cords of divine love, we are bound to the source of all power and strength. If we will only make God our dependence, asking Him for what we want as a little child asks his father for what he wants, we shall obtain a rich experience. We shall learn that God is the source of all strength and power. If when you ask, you do not immediately feel any special exercise of feeling, do not think that your prayer is not answered. The one who says, "Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened," will hear and answer you. Let then His word be your trust. Ask and seek, and have the privilege of finding. Christ has encouraged you. He says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, the yoke of restraint and obedience, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls." We are to find rest by wearing His yoke and bearing His burdens. In being co-workers with Christ in the great work for which He gave His life, we shall find true rest. When we were sinners, He gave His life for us. He wants us to come to Him and learn of Him. Thus we are to find rest. He says He will give us rest. Then do not lay your burdens upon any human being. Learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart. In doing this, you will find in your own experience the rest that Christ gives, the rest that comes from wearing His yoke and lifting His burdens. God has been greatly dishonored by His people leaning upon human beings. He has not told us to do this. He has told us that He will teach us, He will guide us. Think of how many promises He has given us, which we may grasp by the hand of faith. He wants us to become acquainted with Him, to speak to Him, to tell Him of our difficulties, and obtain an experience in asking of one who never misjudges and never makes a mistake.